Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's good. So my name is Teacher Aliyah.
Aliyah. Yeah, I'm Chase.
Nah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you? How was your day?
My day was fine.
Oh, what did you do this holiday?
Uh, I went on a picnic with my family. We went
Ooh.
yeah, pretty big
Mhm.
park nearby my house, and we had 3 or 4 hours there, and it was pretty good.
Yeah. So that's nice. Okay, okay. So does that and then okay. What else did you do today after the picnic? What else did you
After we got home, we just prepared for dinner,
do?
and
Mhm.
just we had dinner, and my yeah, we put my baby to sleep at an early time.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. I can imagine they slept early because they run around for 3 or 4 hours on
yeah,
the
right.
park. Okay, okay. So let's have your book. Yeah. Okay. So what would you like to talk about today?
I would choose time travelers topic from intermediate.
Oh, okay. So time traveling. Very interesting. This is Steve Hawking.
But the title is time travelers, but
Mhm.
there's not enough content about time travelers
Yeah.
from this topic. So I don't
Oh.
actually I don't understand the point. I don't get the point from this article.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay, okay. It basically talks about Stephen Hawking. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Stephen
it's the
Hawking. Do we pronounce him Stephen or Stefan? Stephen?
Stephen Stephen Hawking, yeah. Stephen
Alright.
Hawking, yeah. So Stephen Hawking, because if you know about Stephen Hawking is a well-known physicist. So he studies about uh, 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 all kinds of theories, astronomy, and anything like that. String theory is one of what he is famous for. Yeah. So in some ways, time travel is a bit possible with his theories. What he is talking about. That is his main research. That's the reason why in his memorial service there he wrote down that if there are time travelers, he hopes that they would go back in time to meet him. Yeah, so to prove his theory of time traveling. Yeah. So basically, do you know the black hole?
Black hole, yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
of
So
black hole.
so you have your black hole in space. Yeah. So basically, your black hole sucks everything in it. Okay, and people don't know where it would go. Okay, so in
Mm-hmm.
your movies you can see the stars or the planet getting destroyed and then getting sucked back in it. So it's kind of like that. Okay, what they say in black hole is that black hole can distort time and space. Okay, so it does not follow the rules of time and space. Okay, so the rules of time and space is it will take you 10 steps to get from point A to point B. Okay, yeah, but when you use a black hole, the black hole can be used as a shortcut. Yeah, it can be used as a shortcut, and you will just need one step to get from point A to point B. Okay. So in some ways, in time traveling, you can in theory you can use it to go back in time because the rules of time and space do not apply in it. But it is not proven to be true. Okay. It there is still no proven fact about it because of course, you will die if you enter that big black hole. Okay. Okay. So why did you choose this one, this topic in the first place?
Uh, I scanned four topics from intermediate,
Mhm.
and actually no, fourth topic no, the third topic, group mapping classes.
Mhm.
I had already took a class.
Mhm.
I took a class with this topic before, so just aside from this topic, three
Mhm.
topics left,
Mhm.
and the second one and the fourth one were a little bit difficult to understand and to talk about. So I just chose the first
Ah.
one.
Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will just continue on the concept of time traveling then. We will stay in that thinking, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
what do you mhm.
I'm just wondering what the topic was about. I don't
It's
get the
I
point.
think it's more of to give honor to Stephen Hawking and his work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking
Mhm.
died, and he's really well known as a
Mhm.
scientist, maybe,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Scientist, yeah.
And when memorial, when the memorial service was held,
Mhm. Mhm.
and the family of Stephen Hawking invited time travelers to that
Mhm.
memorial
Mhm.
service, right?
Mhm.
But why did they invite them to the memorial service?
To to
To prove.
prove that some of Stephen Hawking's work is true. Yeah.
So
Because
yeah,
mhm.
so time travelers exist in the world? No, just they uh, invited them, but it's not real.
They
No,
believe
they
they
believe.
believe that
Uh-huh.
time travelers do exist, or that time travelers is possible in the future. So
So yeah,
someone will find a way
so
to
how
be
did they
able, yeah.
how did they invite time travelers? What method?
No,
How
they just said they just like made an announcement like if there are time
mm,
travelers in the future, I hope they will go back to this time, to this time, and say, ah, we have come for the funeral, and to also prove that time traveling is possible in the future. That's what
so
basically it means.
yeah,
Yeah.
they just announced that information and they were just waiting for time
Mm.
travelers, but nobody
Mm.
showed up. Maybe
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
uh,
That that is not first time though. That is not first time. There
uh,
are many people, for example,
mm-hmm,
we both scientists, and we believe time travel possible in the future. So we made deal, for example, today, which is May 22, that on May 22 our future self will show us, will show themselves to us.
mm-hmm, all
Yes,
right.
like that. Okay, so you like make a deal, yeah. So there are some movies like that also, that if time travel is possible in the future, they want their ancestors to, they want their future people or future ancestry to go back in time and let,
Mm-hmm,
for example, Aliyah in this time know that time traveling is possible. Okay.
all right, all right.
Yeah, so that's just basically what it means. Yeah. They just want to like, indulge themselves of the possibility of time travelers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that the time
Mhm.
travelers existed, really existed in the world, and they,
Well, they
yeah,
can
the family,
be.
but there's not information about time travelers,
Yeah.
exact time
It's
travelers.
yeah. It's more of, I think, in some way someone will continue Stephen Hawking's work, to make prove or make a time traveling machine like that, and then in the future it will be possible, and then they will go back in time and say to Stephen Hawking, "Oh, you did it." Yeah, and then go back. Yeah. I think that's just basically what it means. Yeah. Okay, but more, I think there is a big possibility in the future that in the future people can time travel. Yeah, because someone has made the technology with the use of our scientists of today, like that. So they have enhanced it. So it will take time.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So, what about you? What do you think of the concept of time traveling, going past, present, future?
What do I
Mhm.
think about it?
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, um, it's just time travel.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not that amazing for you, right?
But it's amazing that
Mhm.
we could go back in time or we could
Mhm.
go to the future. But it's really amazing thing. But I don't believe that it's going to happen in real time in the real world. It's just a
Okay.
concept of something. So I don't think it's gonna happen really.
Ah,
Uh,
okay, okay. Unlike for me, I think it will happen in the future, but not now. Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah,
So
in the future.
yeah, when do you
Yeah.
think it's gonna be possible?
Oh, I think it will be a long time. Maybe even after I die, that's the only time they would be able to make it. Yeah. Because in order to make something, for example, they will continue the work of Stephen Hawking's, and they might only be able to find the answer after 100 years, something like that. Yeah. Because I think it would be hard to find the answer to this one. It's one of those things that will be hard to find. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So, what do you think of the thing they did where they invited time travelers? Say, "Oh, if time traveling is possible in the future, please come to my funeral." Like that. What do you think of what they did?
Uh, it's like
Silly
just
or
showmanship. Is that the exact word showmanship?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
that's
yeah.
actually a very good word. Yeah. So they did it for showmanship. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. Do you think what they did is like um is ridiculous, or is there a possibility?
Actually,
You
it's
laughed.
really ridiculous.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Okay,
just
why?
why? Because
Mhm.
that's because I don't believe the
Mhm.
uh, time travel can be performed in the current generation.
Mhm. Mhm. I think so too.
So I think they already know they they have the same mind, same thought as mine,
Mhm. Mhm.
but just they uh, just did it as showmanship.
Ah, and I think also to what do you call that? To honor the words of Stephen Hawking. Yeah. Okay. But Stephen Hawking is one of our brightest minds that
Hmm.
ever lived. Actually, is one. He is more. He. Yeah. He is one of our brightest minds. So he said time traveling is a possibility because he has a very very bright mind, and he is backing it up with science. Of course, we cannot understand. Yeah. So will you believe him if Stephen Hawking said to you, "Chase, time traveler is time traveling is possible."
But
Yeah.
anything about time
Mhm.
traveling
Mhm.
has been proven
Mhm.
to the
Mhm.
world. Yeah, we just believe his uh, guess or his what
Mhm.
yeah, what can I call the word? Uh, Supposition, assumption
Ah,
for
okay. So they just
time traveling.
assume, yeah.
Yeah, so
Mm.
we can just all we have to do is that we can just
Mhm.
believe his assumption about that, but anything has been proven. So I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He
Actually,
is really
mhm.
close
Mhm.
to
Mhm. Mhm.
this scientific issue.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not sure. So we are not sure.
Oh, okay. In some ways, his three string theory is actually proven. Okay, but they just need to do more research about it to really give proof. Yeah. So they, for example, there are 10 steps to prove it. Okay, they have maybe just only proven like one or two steps. So
Really?
they need to, yeah, something like that. So they need more, they do need to do more work in order to prove that his theory is right. Yeah, something like that. But since his health deteriorated before that happened, it cannot be. Yeah, because actually, since he is too smart, his body cannot cope up with his brain. Yeah, because his brain is functioning very, very, very fast. Yeah. So,
Yeah, but he's
so
not in the world
mhm.
right now. So he
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
died. So
Yeah, that's the reason why he died. Yeah, because he is too smart. His brain is working very fast, so his heart is working very fast. His lungs is working very fast. Yeah. So that's the reason why if he even lost his voice. Yeah, because his body is working double time to catch up with his brain. Yeah.
all right.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So what about you? For example, if you are very, very smart, for Stephen Hawking, he believes time traveling is possible. Okay. What about you? What do you believe in? Like maybe going to Mars is possible, or like that, or going to space like that for you? Yeah.
Uh, Going to Mars and space has
Mhm.
been happened already in the world,
Uh,
and
and they
but
not
uh,
Mars, not yet. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean some rocket or
Mhm.
something not for human.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
but I believe those kind of uh, things will happen sooner or later because of
Ah.
NASA
Yeah, yeah,
research,
yeah.
or NASA organization, something. They are already uh, achieved. They achieved a lot of things
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
regarding that event,
Mhm.
and they are really close to dream, no, to come true.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah. Yeah, in being able to get there. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. What
But
about what
uh,
mhm. Mhm.
I'm not actually interested in these kinds of topics.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't.
think yeah. Okay. Some people find it boring or it can be a little bit difficult, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, so let's go back to time traveling itself. If you can go back to the past or to the future, where would you like to go? Mhm. Would you like to go to the past, to the things before, or would you like to know what is the future?
No future. I would like to go back in the high school. my high school life.
Oh, interesting. Why high school?
Because I had a lot of fun
Mhm.
uh, when I was in high school with my
Mhm.
with some friends of mine, and
Mhm.
um, I often miss the life when I was
Mhm.
in high school, and I think
Oh.
if I went back
Mhm.
in that time, I
Mhm.
would do better in terms of
In the present.
everything. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay. So that's true. Okay. So what are some things that you would like to change that you did in the past? Yeah. For
Uh,
example, fight with a friend and now you are not talking anymore in the present time, like that?
yeah, but uh, I don't want to change anything, even
Oh,
if
that's
I
a good answer. Mhm.
went back in time. I
Mhm.
just want to feel the. I just want to go through the
Mhm.
feeling when I was in
Mhm.
high school again. So I had a lot of
Ah.
recollection with many people,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
now I cannot feel it. I cannot feel that kind of emotional thing. So I just really miss them.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. So it's more of like go back to the nostalgic times in your life.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, tell me one memory that was very, very great for you in your past.
In my past,
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
I don't know. A friend of mine, it was
Mhm.
my best friend, but he's
Mhm.
not in the world right now. Actually, he died,
Mm.
and uh, he and I
Mhm.
had a lot of time together because
Mhm.
we studied together and
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
went to the library
Mhm.
uh, with us, and even we uh, slept together for studying at a
Wow.
yeah at
Mm.
some place that we could use desk and chair and
Mhm. Mhm.
you know I don't know the
Yeah, the
word
school
for
desk.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I just miss the time with having
Mhm.
time with him.
Ah. Okay. Oh, that is so nice. Okay. If you feel uncomfortable with it, it's fine. Yeah. But
That's alright. Yeah.
can I ask what happened or?
No, I would rather not say about that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Is okay. Did it happen a long time ago or was it pretty recent?
Yeah, a couple of years ago it happened.
Oh, okay, okay. So at least I'm still glad that you were still able to spend a lot of time with him, right? Beyond high school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, see. Oh, so that's nice, yeah.
Uh,
Um,
I'm
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Don't worry about me.
Okay, so good job in being strong. Yeah. I think, what when we lose someone important in our lives, we have to take care of our lives more because it's in some ways we are only not living for ourselves, but we are also living for them because so that we will do the things that they cannot do, right? So
Uh-huh.
I still think that is a wonderful thing. Okay. Okay. What about, for example, a history in Korea? Okay. So which part of Korean history would you like to visit, or other countries' history that you would like to see?
Joseon
Mm-hmm.
period. You know
Ah,
where?
Joseon
Yeah,
period.
Joseon period.
Okay, why?
I'm just curious. about being uh, lived in that period, because
Mm.
we just saw some Korean dramas,
Yeah,
and we
yeah, yeah.
saw people who were wearing the traditional dress
Yeah, clothes,
and
yeah.
the old culture.
Mhm,
We
mhm,
just saw those things from the
mhm,
dramas on TV,
mhm.
and I'm really wondering if uh, that life really happened, really.
Okay, that's true. Plus, Joseon period is like the peak of Korean history,
Yeah,
right?
right, right.
Like the greatest, with all the traditional cultures and everything.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So if you will go back in time, what what part would you like to be? Do you want to be inside the palace? Do you want to be out living outside the palace or something like that?
What do you mean?
Like if you go back in time, okay, where would you for example, you would already be playing a part, yeah? So for example, you can be an officer inside the palace, or you can just be a normal worker living outside the palace, yeah. In Joseon period, yeah.
Palace?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Palace? What is palace?
Palace where the king queen lives. Yeah.
The place
Yeah, yeah,
name,
yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
So you mean inside the palace or outside
Oh
palace?
yeah. So yeah, because in yeah.
Yeah, outside palace.
Oh, you don't want to. Okay, outside.
Yeah.
Why? Amazingly.
Uh,
Mhm.
I think there might have been a lot of limitation to
Mhm.
do anything in
Mhm.
palace, and
Mhm.
but outside I might have been no, I might have had a lot of freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, and I think I could have gone through many things rather than uh, being in palace.
That makes sense
Hmm.
actually. Okay, okay. So what are the things in that period would you like to try? Like maybe riding on a horse or doing sword fighting like that?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. What are you most curious about in your history? Yeah.
Mm, mm, I don't know. Nothing came.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
nothing came to my
Oh,
mind.
okay, okay. Okay, so let's have the last one. What about your future? What would you like to tell your future self if he can listen to you now? Yeah.
My future.
Mhm. What would you like to tell your future self if he can listen to you now?
I don't want to talk about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Okay,
uh,
future self, you can do it. Yeah.
I don't know. Future self.
Okay, what about
I just
mhm.
wanna make my family happy in the future.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Then that is already a good answer. Future self, make sure that our family is still happy until the future, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. So we have no more time, Chase. So thank you so much for having class with me. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.